Mayday, Mayday. Both engines out, we're dropping. The pilot's desperate voice tore across the blue sky as a commercial Boeing spiraled downward, trailing black smoke like a wound across the heavens. The aircraft tilted at a terrifying angle, dangerously low over endless golden wheat fields. On the ground, a young woman stood frozen. Her hands were covered in dirt. She had been working the fields just moments earlier. She looked up as the shadow of death passed overhead. In the nearby village, people screamed. Some ran. Others lifted their phones, recording what looked like a certain crash. Back inside the cockpit, panic filled the air. We've lost both engines. Restart failed. We're at 12,000 feet and dropping. Air traffic control pleaded over the radio. Any pilots on the ground, respond if you copy. Anyone at all. Only static answered. Until a calm female voice broke through. This is Sky Maiden. I have the jet in sight. I'm guiding you in from the ground. The control room went silent. Sky Maiden, someone whispered. That call sign is dead. The woman in the fields. Her name was Elena Rowan, 29 years old. To everyone in the village, she was just a quiet farmer. She lived alone. She worked from sunrise to sunset. Neighbors mocked her. Such a waste, they said. Pretty girl, stuck in dirt. She never answered. They didn't know that years earlier, she had been one of the Air Force's most gifted F-22 test pilots, call sign, Sky Maiden. 6 years ago, an engine failure during a test flight killed her co-pilot. The investigation blamed her. Her records were sealed. Her wings were taken. She vanished. And now, the sky had come looking for her again. The broken jet. Inside the Boeing, Captain Marcus Reed fought dead controls. His co-pilot, Sarah Chen, trembled over emergency checklists. Then the calm voice returned. Flight 237, you are heading 245 degrees. Correct to 230 immediately. There's a long field directly ahead of you. Terrain radar confirmed it. She's right, Sarah whispered. Flat farmland, 4 miles out. Marcus hesitated. Ma'am, who are you? Elena answered without emotion. Someone who once landed a fighter jet with no engines. Do exactly what I say. Something in her voice made him obey. Lower your nose 3 degrees. Flaps to 20, not full. The jet stabilized slightly. Just enough. Inside the cabin, screaming faded into stunned silence. A teenager live-streamed. Guys, there's a woman on the radio. I think she's saving us. The sky awakens. Air traffic control rushed her call sign through military records. The screen flashed. Captain Elena Rowan, former F-22 test pilot. Status: discharged after fatal incident. The supervisor turned pale. Get me the Air Force. Now. As the Boeing dropped below 7,000 feet, a piece of engine cowling tore loose and crashed into Elena's field less than 100 yards from where she stood. Villagers ran. Elena didn't move. You just lost weight on your right side, she said calmly. Correct with 2 degrees left aileron. The plane obeyed. Then she heard it. The sound she had once loved more than anything. 2 F-22 Raptors screamed into the sky. Sky Maiden, this is Raptor 1-1. We're on station. For the first time, Elena's voice trembled. I need you to create a wind buffer. 700 feet. Parallel formation. A dangerous maneuver. I invented it, she added quietly. After a pause. Yes ma'am. Executing. The impossible landing. The fighter jets aligned in front of the crippled Boeing, forcing powerful air upward beneath its wings, creating an artificial cushion. Inside the jet. Flaps 30. Gear down. Keep speed fast. Fast means control. At 1,000 feet, you're riding their air cushion. At 300 feet, begin flare. Marcus pulled back gently. The wheels slammed the earth. The jet bounced once, twice, skidded violently through the wheat, tearing up soil and crops. Metal screeched. Fire sparks flew. Then finally, the aircraft stopped. 3 seconds of silence. Then screaming, not of fear, but of survival. 241 passengers evacuated. Every single one alive. The world learns her name. As smoke drifted across the ruined field, villagers ran toward the barn where Elena stood holding her radio with shaking hands. A small girl broke free from her mother and wrapped her arms around Elena's legs. You saved my mommy. For the first time in 6 years, Elena smiled. Then Black Hawk helicopters landed. Out stepped Brigadier General Thomas Hayes. Before the stunned crowd, the general saluted her. Captain Rowan, the United States Air Force owes you its deepest apology. Gasps rippled outward. He admitted the truth. The investigation 6 years ago had been wrong. Mechanical failure. Not pilot error. Her career had been destroyed by a lie. I'm here to offer your full reinstatement, and my apology. Elena looked at the destroyed jet. Then at the sky. Then at the dirt on her hands. I need time, she said. The return of Sky Maiden. 3 months later. Elena stood on the tarmac at Nellis Air Force Base, wearing a flight suit once again. The patch on her chest read, Sky Maiden. Before her stood a class of young fighter pilots. Some knew her as the farmer. Some as the legend. She spoke clearly. I am someone who crashed. Who failed. Who lost everything. And I am also someone who stood back up. Flying isn't about never falling, it's about knowing how to recover. A young pilot raised her hand. Why did you answer the call? Elena smiled. Because someone had to. And I was the only one who could. Final line. That night, standing beside her F-22 under a burning sunset, Elena whispered into the wind. I'm flying again. I hope you're proud. She wasn't the farmer who saved a jet anymore. She was Sky Maiden once again.